Good evening, everyone. My name is Poonam Sharma, and I am from APJ Satya University. And currently, I am working as a legal intern in Lexis and Company. So, our today's topic is Citizenship Act 1955. In this video, we'll only cover the acquisition part, and we'll discuss how one can acquire Indian citizenship. So, Indian citizenship can be acquired by through 5 modes, and these are birth, descent, registration, incorporation, and naturalization. So we'll cover one by one. The first one is citizenship by birth, and this is covered under section 3 of the Citizenship Act 1955. So the most important ingredient of this section is that one must be born in India. And if we talk about the developments in this section, so firstly this section said that in the timeline 26 Jan 1952 1st July 1987, whoever birth is taking place in India will automatically get Indian citizenship. It doesn't matter that his or her parents are Indians or non-Indians. But this happened till 1987 only, because around this timeline we realized that the countries with neighboring countries and their citizens, means the refugees and the illegal immigrants who are coming to India, while this time if their child take place in India, they are automatically they are automatically eligible for Indian citizenship, which is a problematic issue. That's why after the amendment of 1986, the new timeline was set, and that was from 1st July 1987 to 3rd December 2003. And the new timeline said that according to this, whoever is taking birth in India will get citizenship if either of his parents mean father or the mother is Indian. But by this act, the problem was not getting solved. तो प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए एक नया एक्ट इंट्रोड्यूस होता है 2003 में, विच फाइनली सेट दिस: इफ एनीबडी इज टेकिंग बर्थ इन इंडिया आफ्टर 3rd December 2003 विल गेट इंडियन सिटीजनशिप व्हेन हिज और हर बोथ पेरेंट्स आर इंडियन, और एटलीस्ट वन पेरेंट्स मस्ट बी इंडियन एंड अदर पेरेंट्स शुड नॉट बी एन इलीगल इमिग्रेंट. इसमें अब 2 कंडीशन आ गई, या तो आप उसके दोनों पेरेंट्स इंडियन हो या उसका कोई एक पेरेंट इंडियन हो, और इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज ये आई कि उसका एक भी पेरेंट जो है इलीगल इमिग्रेंट नहीं होना चाहिए. अब इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स क्या होते हैं? इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स की जो डेफिनेशन है वो सेक्शन 2 फर्स्ट बी में सिटीजनशिप एक्ट के में डिफाइन करी गई है कुछ इस तरीके से. ये सेक्शन कहता है, इट सेज दैट इफ एनी ट्रेवलर कम्स टू इंडिया विदाउट एनी वैलिड पासपोर्ट or any valid document, travel document, or if he is having valid passport but he has exceeded the permitted time limit to stay in India. illegal immigrant वो लोग होते हैं, ऐसे ट्रैवलर होते हैं जो इंडिया में आते हैं बिना वैलिड पासपोर्ट के, और अगर उनके पास वैलिड पासपोर्ट होता है तो वो टाइम एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम दिया हुआ होता है उसमें कि आप इतने टाइम तक इंडिया में रह सकते हो. तो अगर उनके पास वैलिड पासपोर्ट है, इन केस वो उस टाइम लिमिट को एक्सीड कर जाते हैं, तो भी वो जो है इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स की कैटेगरी में आएंगे. अगर इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स के वो होते हैं अगर उनके पास वैलिड पासपोर्ट या वैलिड डॉक्यूमेंट्स ना हो, या फिर वैलिड पासपोर्ट हो तो वो टाइम लिमिट को एक्सीड करके इंडिया में रह रहे हों. सो द करंटली द लॉ ऑफ लैंड इज दिस ओनली. अभी फिलहाल का जो लैंड लॉ है वो यही है कि इफ your birthplace is India and both parents are Indian, or one of your parents is Indian and the other one is not illegal immigrant, then you will get the citizenship by birth. So this was the first point that we have covered, that how you'll acquire the citizenship of India by birth. The second one is citizenship by descent, and this is covered by section 4, and starting with the meaning of the descent. Descent means by your parents or grandparents, your relation to any country. So section 4 says that if anyone is taking birth outside India, then also he or she can acquire Indian citizenship by the help of their descent. In section 4 also there has been many changes from time to time. Like firstly, this section said that after 26 Jan 1950, whoever is taking birth outside India, they can get Indian citizenship if his or her father is an Indian citizen, so by the reason of his father they were getting Indian citizenship. But this was till 10th December 1992, because after the Amendment Act of 1992 came into existence, which says about the gender neutrality. So this Amendment Act tells us that after 10 December 1992, whichever person has taken birth outside India, she can also get Indian citizenship if one of his parents is Indian citizen, whether it is mother or father. So after this amendment, because of their father or mother being Indian citizen, he or she could get Indian citizenship. But this was all till 3rd December 2004 only, because after the amendment which came and the current running law says that if after 3rd December 2004, if anyone's birthplace is outside India, then they'll not get Indian citizenship, as before under 1 year of that child's birth, their parents should go to that country's Indian consulate and should register their child as Indian citizen by this undertaking that their child who is a minor doesn't has any other country's passport, and currently this law only applies. So this was about section 4. Next is section 5, and the acquisition is by the registration. So registration process, which specifies some people's categories, and it says that the particular categories people, if they can submit an application to the central government, so they can also be registered as Indian citizens. So for undertaking, basically for the undertaking about section 5, it is very important to understand that the term POI. The term POI means persons of Indian origin. So these are those people whose birth or whose parents' birth took place in undivided India, that is British India, or whose parents' birth has been on that territory of India which has been included after 15th August 1947, like Sikkim and Pondicherry were of India after independence. So all those people will be persons of origin. So let's see who all comes under these categories. Such persons who is residing in India since last 7 years before making an application for registration, such persons of Indian origin who is residing outside India, such persons who is married to Indian citizens, minor children of Indian citizens, persons of full age and capacity who is residing in any Commonwealth country of in Republic of Ireland. The next one is section 6, and this is very important section by naturalization. This section says that who has all these qualifications, and if that person could submit an application to the central government for the registration of Indian citizenship, then central government can register his or her citizenship. So let's know what are the qualifications for that. The first one is he should not be subject of that country where Indians are prevented for being a citizen. Second one, that renounces other citizenships for acquiring Indian citizenship. उसको टर्मिनेट करनी पड़ेगी, रिनाउंस करनी पड़ेगी, छोड़नी पड़ेगी किसी और कंट्री की सिटीजनशिप अगर उसे इंडियन सिटीजनशिप को एक्वायर करना है. द नेक्स्ट वन इज from date of application he should be residing in India for past 12 months or should involve with the service in government of India. Partly is also permissible. The next is before date of application what should be done. Before date of application what should be done is given above, but before that 12 months during the period of 14 years he should be residing in India or performing government service. So in that 14 years for aggregate of 11 years he should do this, residing in India, or he should be engaged in any government service. In this also if he fulfills partly one condition is it is also permissible. The next is he should be of good character. The next is he should have the adequate knowledge of the language which is prescribed in Schedule 8. So for the languages you can see Schedule 8, and after that if he has been granted the certificate of naturalization then he should intend to reside in India. Means after getting the certificate of naturalization his intention जो है should be to live in India. and along with the government, like along with this GOI, Government of India has the power to waive off all these qualifications only if the person has performed a distinguished service in the field of science, art, philosophy, literature, peace, human rights. So the next one is section 7 of the Citizenship 1955, and that is by incorporation of territory. This provision says that if any foreign territory becomes part of India, then Government of India will specify that who will be known as Indian citizens of that foreign territory. Like when Pondicherry became part of India, the Government of India issued an order to tell that who all will be qualified to become the Indian citizens. So these was all about the how you will acquire the Indian citizenship after 26 Jan 1915.